starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nuggets, they've got Jamal Murray. Porter is out there with Bol. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the 2. Now here's Leonard. Back to Beverley. He's looking for Porter and finds him. Here's Leonard. Makes it off the glass. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And that one's good. Jokic
plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now here's Beverley. Passes to Leonard. Ball's knocked loose. Jokic with the steal. And it's Bol that time on the assist by Jokic.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Basket counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Murray. Jokic passes to Murray. Martin left side. Outside for Murray. 5 on the clock. Here's Jokic. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Here's Murray. The pass to Porter.
Get there.
And here's Jokic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Murray against Morris. And it's good for 2.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Leonard draws the double. Back to Beverley. Here's Morris. And it's Denver with the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
It's good on the putback.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now here's George. Pass to Morris. Leonard inside, guarded by Porter. And it's Leonard missing.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Pass to Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Shots good by Green.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Rondo looking over the floor. Nobody near George. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. George has got 5.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Millsap has the open look. Those three-pointers off the mark. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. It's a three-point game. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 7.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
They kick it out to Green. And it's off the back rim. No good for Los Angeles. They've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. A shot by Batum. No good. Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. A nice shot by Rivers.
Once you get Austin out in space, his quickness and fluidity really shines.
Outside, George. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Morris finds Green. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Rondo passes to George. Inside, Batum off on the layup. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Denver on top. They lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Austin Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Los Angeles. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Outside for Millsap. Pass to Morris. Leonard against Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
Leonard attacking. Here's Batum. Rebounded by McGee.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him. Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Here's Rondo, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Here's Leonard. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And that one's good. Millsap. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Morris right side. Leonard with the steal. Here's Mann, guarded by McGee. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. And McGee kicks to Millsap. Back to McGee. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. McGee's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets. Outside Leonard. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Barton, no luck. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard attacking. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Puts it up from 15. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. And the Nuggets lead by 7. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. He kicks it to Leonard. 1:39 left in the first half of basketball.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Denver leading by 5. Barton outside. Here's Murray. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's George. 9 points in the game so far. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Murray dishes the ball. Offline from the high post.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard finds George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
George against Jokic. George looking over the floor to the inside. Morris, no good. And a close game so far through the first. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Now here's Kennard. And stolen by Barton. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Here's Kennard. And the layup's good off the glass.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
The pass to Bull. Jokic kicks to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Back to Jokic. Clock at 4. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson dishes to Patterson. Here's Kennard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Trying to defend Kennard. You know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by McGee. And the Nuggets lead by 7. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Gordon missing. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Rondo. Excellent D that time there from McGee. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. To the left side wing. Millsap kicks to Rivers. Tries from 10. The open shot. Millsap cans the shot with nobody near him. Millsap's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Zubac. Rondo against Morris. Outside Rondo. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Millsap against Morris. 1:19 left to play in the third. Shot by Gordon, wide open. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Gordon's got 5 now.
And you see the vision from Paul Millsap. That's another area that he provides for his teams.
Rondo with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Here's Zubac. The shot is good off the backboard. Zubac has got 4 this quarter.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Pass to Morris. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. The Nuggets leading by 6. Rivers scanning the floor. Outside for Millsap. Drops in the layup for 2. 8 points for him.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now Leonard. He's got 12. From 13, McGee with the block. And we've reached the end of the third. The Nuggets on top, up 8. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Clippers trail by 8. They've got Michael Porter. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now, here is George. 6 on the shot clock. Over Jokic. Ibaka in the post. He's covered by Murray.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Murray outside. It's Barton on the wing. Murray the pass to Jokic. Over Ibaka. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Beverly finds Ibaka. That's tipped. They retain possession. And here's Leonard from three. And the Clippers miss again. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Now, here's George. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Porter with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Porter kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Leonard. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
And Jokic drops them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Knocked away. George against Jokic. A nice shot by George.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Murray the pass to Porter. Beverly against Murray. Here's Bull. And contact on. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Bull. And it's Austin Rivers in for Barton. Beverly dishes to George. Elbow shot is on the way. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. George has got 6 here in this quarter. The Nuggets leading by 6. Rivers finds Murray. And here's Jokic. Fires the 3. No good there. Deflects the pass. George passes to Mann. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Porter. He dishes it to Rivers. Excellent D there from George. Clippers trail by 6. .146 left to play in the final quarter. Lets the 3 fly. And Batum kicks to George. Shot clock at 5. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Murray surveying the D. Porter in the corner. Back to Rivers. Right side Millsap. They need this one. A second chance effort. The kick out to Porter. Passes it to Rivers. Jokic against Batum. Now the pass to Rivers. Here's Porter. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. From deep, George. They get it again. Here's Zubac. And he could not get the coach's challenge. Has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Porter. So the Nuggets win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Bol. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And for Portland, Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 2 guard. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. And no good. And Denver the other way now. And they're pushing it up. Here's Porter. Wide open look here for Murray. Drains it from beyond the arc. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Now Lillard following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. And it's Giles missing. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And it's Murray penetrating. He dishes it to Barton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the line for him here.
Will Barton.
So he gets them both. Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Lillard the pass to Giles. Lillard against Barton. With the floater, and Lillard lays it up and in.
I like seeing Lillard go to the floater. He has such a soft release and touch on this shot.
Barton passes to Jokic. The dish to Murray. Back to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Lillard inside. Nurkic kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 4 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing, and Ball pulls it down.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Open shot by Murray. Unable to get that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jokic passes to Murray. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. And then for Denver, Paul Millsap's checked in for Bol. Rivers comes in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And Jokic throws it down.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Now the feed to Carmelo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jam. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Morris outside. Got a piece of it. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Michael Porter. Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And McCollum is remarkably quick. Love seeing him put it on the deck and finish at the rim.
Rivers passes to McGee. Millsap in the corner. Outside Gordon. Back to Millsap. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
And here is Powell. Pass to Cantor. It's McCollum on the wing. Knocks it loose. Stolen by McGee. Gordon dishes to Rivers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
And he sinks the second. Here's McCollum. 29 seconds left in the first. Back to Cantor. He kicks it to Powell. Dishes it to McCollum. From the stripe. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
And again, Denver no good. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, up by 8. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how
humble beginnings. I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Porter is out there at goal. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Giles comes in for Zach Collins. Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Anthony Simons. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Murray, following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Jokic. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Jokic has got 9 points. And here's Lillard, who brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 7. Hollis Jefferson passes to Nurkic. To the paint. Here's Lillard. Murray with the defensive effort. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Shoots over Lillard. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Here's Giles. Chalk up 2 there.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Denver leading by 7. Murray surveying the D. Passes it to Jokic from deep. No good that time. And it's Portland the other way. Hollis Jefferson passes to Giles. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it to Lillard. Another shot. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
Physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered for the contact.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. And that one's good. Millsap.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
And there's the pass to Anthony. Back to McCollum. Count that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Rivers. McCollum against Morris. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Rivers. Millsap down low. He's covered by Cantor. McGee. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. McGee's got his first points of the game.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
That's a 2 from Powell. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And it's Millsap with the extra effort. And now a 9-point Denver lead.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
And pushing it up, here's Denver. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. McCollum with the ball. This one for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Rivers. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. The free throw drops for Rivers. The Nuggets making a switch here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Now Anthony. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. 13 points up at the end of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Denver came ready to play. Amped up and ready off the tip. They immediately went. And that does it for our half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Ennis Cantor is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's McCollum, and it's Jones in at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Floats one up. Rivers can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
On the wing, Jones. Millsap covering. Jones kicks to Cantor. Just 5 on the clock. McCollum dishes to Cantor. Morris with the rebound. In the corner, it's Gordon. Fires the 3. Millsap trying to get open. McGee's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 11.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team. He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
Morris against Powell. Sweet move, and Morris with the lay-in. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Here's McCollum. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. McCollum's got 6.
What body control from McCollum. I like whenever he works his way through the contact and finishes.
Powell with the steal. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on JaVale McGee. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 9.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
And it's not going to be easy, but they've come this far, and they're right here.
Here's Jokic. They get the rebound. And Murray with the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Nurkic. Lillard, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Nurkic kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. 2 points. That one goes. Giles has got his second bucket.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Lillard, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Lillard. Giles, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Lillard up top. He's covered by Murray. No one covering. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. No good from outside.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Murray against Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 13.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Trailblazers trail by 4. So on the floor for Denver. Paul Millsap out there with Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers in at the shooting guard. Now here's Powell. And here's McCollum for 3. It's JaVale McGee with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 4. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Harry Giles comes in for Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. So it's Portland now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Lillard left side. Rebound by the Nuggets. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Barton. Offensive rebound. Jokic passes to Murray. Denver passing it around. Porter bounce pass. Here's Jokic. That one off the back iron and out. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 6-point game. From the line, back to Covington. Passes it to Lillard. And stolen by Murray. Down low. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Giles kicks to Covington. Now the pass to Lillard. Tries from 10. Nurkic, great positioning on the putback.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities. here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Now, here's Jokic. In the corner, Bull with it. Jokic finds Murray. Misses off the left iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
They grab their own miss. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there. Staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Now here's Murray. And stolen by Lillard. And that's an intentional foul for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Derek Jones. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Rivers. Softly drops in the floater.
This is a hard shot, but when Rivers puts the right touch on it, man, it looks effortless.
Lillard against Morris. There's the triple. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Got to admire the passion Lillard plays, but he knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Porter comes in for Gordon, and it's Jamal Murray in for Austin Rivers. Here's Lillard, following the basket by Paul Millsap. Now here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard, or you'll get dumped on.
Morris outside. Outside Porter. 6 to shoot. Jokic passes to Millsap. The shot's good. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Lillard outside. That one goes. Count it.
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
43 seconds left in the 4th. Murray dishes to Morris. Pass to Jokic. Over Lillard. Hollis-Jefferson with the rebound. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Now here's Lillard. Hollis-Jefferson kicks to Nurkic. Tries again. Anthony finds Covington. Lillard outside. Moves back up. Here's Nurkic. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And he gets the bucket.
Kawhi Leonard's length lets him play bigger than his size.
Lillard outside. To the wing on the left. Hollis Jefferson passes to Nurkic. And Lillard kicks to Hollis Jefferson. 4 on the clock. Launches it. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The shot by George, no good. For Portland, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Covington passes to Hollis Jefferson. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Covington with the steal. fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Giles leading the charge.
And you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Leonard with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Hollis Jefferson kicks to Giles. For 3, Covington. Here's Nurkic. Banked in off the glass.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here's Leonard. Nurkic with the block. And he's able to get it back. And Leonard gets it to go. Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Lillard looking around. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now, here's Zubac. The 3 from George. And the dunk by Zubac.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Nurkic finds Lillard. Over Beverly. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Nurkic has got 8 points. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
1:14 left to play in the first. From the high post. McCollum, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Jackson looking it over. Kennard against Anthony. Lets it go from deep. And it's Luke Kennard with the 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kicks it out to McCollum. Powell, the pass to McCollum. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
And here's McCollum. The 19-foot shot, and Anthony with the basket on the assist by McCollum.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
Tie game in Los Angeles. After this break, we'll be... And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the 3 slot.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Outside Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lillard with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Leonard. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Harry Giles. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. And Batum kicks to Jackson. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Stolen by Collins. Anthony dishes to Nurkic. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Count the basket. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Collins. McCollum's checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Jackson. And Kanter pulls it down.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And the basket by McCollum.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Outside Jackson. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Kennard. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. He kicks it to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Kennard against McCollum. And again, it's Portland converting.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
The pass to Carmelo. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. And then for the Trailblazers, Zach Collins comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for C.J. McCollum. Mann passes to Batum. Kennard for three. And Cancer pulls it down.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That's tipped. Rondo with the steal. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Yusuf Nurkic putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the three, the small forward.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch four.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hollis-Jefferson's checked in. Now Lillard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by one. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Zubac finds Beverly. And here's Leonard from three. Zubac the pass to Morris. Leonard with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And it's George missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Well, to me, this is what Hollis-Jefferson does very well. This guy, a phenomenal dunker with the ups he has.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And, Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league. Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first one falls.
And Doris, with Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active.
Greg, it's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That will be foul number 5 on him. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Rondo finds George. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Simons surveying the D. McCollum against George. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
You know, no surprise to see the hoop and the harm. Melo with the beautiful touch.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jackson passes to Kennard. Ibaka outside. He dishes it to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Portland leading by 4. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. He feeds it to Carmelo. The dish now to Cantor. Puts it up from 17. That shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Jackson against Anthony. Jackson kicks to Batum. On the money with the open jumper. Batum's got his first basket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
McCollum outside. Over Kennard. Drains it from 17 feet out. McCollum's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick and roll option.
The drive by Jackson can't hit from in close. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Powell inside. Out to Anthony. Clock at 6. Back to Powell. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka with the ball. Can't recover. Here's Mann, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Portland. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Oh, Leonard in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Collins. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The drive by Jackson. And that one released in time, but no good.
Well, you have to like that Cantor gets active on the...
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Portland out in front. They're up by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rondo in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's George to the middle. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Morris.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Here's Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and he makes good on the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Rondo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Anthony.
And Rondo really more creative than given credit. Just has that knack for making defenders have to foul.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Rondae Hollis Jefferson in for Anthony Simons. Lillard the pass to Giles. Lillard outside. Over Rondo. Lillard misses.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Covington with it. Leonard picks him up. Lillard outside. Can't hit that one. Good D by Rondo.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Morris finds George. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
Now here's Lillard. Passes to Hollis Jefferson. Looking to get back on track here. And Lillard with a nice bucket inside.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Outside Leonard. From 10 feet out. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Nobody near Lillard. Money from the wing. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Ibaka, the pass to Morris. To the inside. And Morris throws it down.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lillard left side. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Rondo. Outside Leonard. Pass to Morris. Just 4 to shoot. Takes a 3. Good on the triple. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Charity stripe shot. Kicks it out to Covington. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Now here's Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Morris against Lillard. Giles the pass to Nurkic. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to get down to business with this road battle looming. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Cole is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Murray, and it's Barton in at the 2. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Zubac in at the 5. Now, here's Zubac. And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here's Beverly. Shoots the 3. He doesn't hit that one. Barton with some nice D. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Beverly finds Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Porter. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Hey, Murray's reputation and profile is that of a scorer. I mean, that's what he is, but he's also showing you that he's not afraid to get his hands dirty either.
Now, here is George. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. The feed now to Barton. Passes it to Murray. Jokic kicks to Porter. Jokic against Zubac. Jokic with the bucket.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area, or he'll scorch you.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's Jokic. Murray left side. Barton dishes to Porter. The three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Leonard, and it's all evened up.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. The pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Lets it fly from 18. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Zubac. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Boy, George has major hops. I mean, this guy just gets up big time for these throwdowns.
Pass to Jokic. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Bull, the pass to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Murray, good.
Love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. I mean, he's really good at reading the defense and really good at quick shooting.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Leonard, top of the key. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Nuggets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Back to Morris. The dish to Millsap. Morris outside. Back to Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to McGee. Back to Rivers. He feeds it to Millsap. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 6.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Rondo with the steal. He can't get it to go. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And the second quarter will get underway. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Monte Morris. And here are the Nuggets now, following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Millsap against Batum. Now here's Millsap. Not a lot of room. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. The Clippers in the lead. In the corner, Kennard with it. That one wide left.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Green controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Kennard. For 3. That one doesn't drop. And the Nuggets going the other way. And the pass to Morris. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Jackson. Batum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. Pass to Millsap. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Morris looking over the floor. Campazzo doesn't get it to drop for him.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And now we've got the intentional foul. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
It's good on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now, here's George. 8 points for him. And it's Leonard missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Zubac's with it. Shoots from the elbow. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, ball with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Rivers checked in.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Patrick Beverley. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Bull. Gordon's checked in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Leonard on the wing. Puts up a three. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Denver in the lead. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Three-pointer. Here's McGee. Back to Rivers. Shot by Gordon, wide open. That three off the mark. Clippers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Oh, Leonard in position. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Millsap showing you some speed there, turning the Jets on. Far from just a bruising physical forward. His speed in transition impressive.
Leonard looking around. McGee with the block. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's Leonard following the score by Jamal Murray. Leonard the pass to Morris. And stolen by Bull. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Murray. Bull's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets. George with the ball. Out guarded by Barton. Beyond the arc. That one no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Bull can't hit. Clippers shooting 43% for the game. George dishes to Leonard. Kicks it to Beverley. Morris passes to George. Trains the three-pointer. George has got 11 points.
And, you know, that's one of George's go-to shots. He's a three-point shooter who spaces the floor well.
Leonard against Porter. Jokic passes to Bull. Keeps it alive. Jokic on the follow. He's got 6.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Pass to George. Leonard against Porter. Leonard kicks to Morris. Shot clock at 5. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation. Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Man passes to Jackson. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Denver leading by 4. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. McGee dishes to Millsap. Switch. Rivers against Kennard. McGee the pass to Rivers. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 4. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Inside, Millsap with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. What a jam!
Are you kidding me? Nasty. You know, a big reason Millsap's a star is because of his defense. Great anticipation to come up with the steal and push it on the break.
And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Now, here's Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 2. Man passes to Jackson. Good work defensively by Morris. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Batum.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion. Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Kennard on the wing. McGee with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Here's Murray. He has 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, Murray is clearly a shoot-first guy who can really fill it up. This is a big-time bucket getter.
And here is Los Angeles now. George, that's a 2-pointer. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Jamal Murray. Jermichael Green is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. And so here's Denver, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Denver passing it around. Porter finds Murray. 5 on the clock. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Right side Jackson. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Denver leading by 4. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Jokic kicks to Millsap. George against Murray. To the paint. Here's Bull. Good work defensively by Morris.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Leonard, the pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Barton with some nice D.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Out to the wing. Lets it fly from 18. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Everly with the ball. Out guarded by Murray.
And this is a critical possession, not one they can afford to come up empty on.
Barton kicks to Millsap. Bull, the pass to Jokic. Feeds it to Bull. Barton outside. Down low. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. Millsap with the steal. And here's the fast break. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Clippers trail by 4. Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard against Millsap. Leonard kicks to Morris. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Yeah, important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Passes it to Jokic. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers to take the lead. Offensive rebound. And he just hasn't been able to get it going. Here's Bull. Count it. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ibaka comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's the 2 going for Morris. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Rivers comes in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray.
Big shot, Nick. He lives for these moments.
Morris passes to Jokic. That one's not going to go. Ibaka with some nice D. He kicks it to George. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot to tie it up. And the call. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's George following the basket by JaVale McGee.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Jones. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Lillard in at the 1. And for the Nuggets, Will Barton is out there with Murray. Then there's Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3. Jones finds Lillard. Over Murray. The putback, it's good on the putback. Giles has got the opening basket of the game for Portland.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lillard misses. And here's Denver. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it.
And Murray's showing it all here. An exceptional player attacking while he's in the open floor.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
You think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons. Actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver. Boy, that jump-started everything.
Bull, the pass to Porter. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Now here's Lillard. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4. And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, they're started at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition, and that wingspan certainly helps out on a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Jamal Murray. The shot by Lillard, wide open, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Bull kicks to Porter. Here's Jokic, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Jones, the pass to Lillard. The tray. Rebound by the Nuggets.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And it's Lillard again missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Lillard. The Nuggets getting the bucket.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Barton kicks to Jokic. He gets that one. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Jones against Barton. Jones dishes to Lillard. Back to Jones. And stolen by Bull. Barton outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Lillard kicks to Jones. Outside, Covington. Jones finds Lillard. Shot to stop the run. Here's Covington. Rebound by Murray. Denver leading by 8. Here's Bull. Offensive rebound. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's McCollum. Cantor. And he banks in the layup.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
Morris with the ball. Passes it to McGee. Morris right side. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Now here's Anthony. Following the miss by Austin Rivers. Kanter, the pass to Collins. Morris against Jones. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to just 4 points for the bucket from Kanter. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Huge play from Millsap, getting hit on the shot, but still sinking that one over the D.
A different look now for Portland. Little, he's checked in for Anthony. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Trailblazers trail by 4. And here's Hollis-Jefferson. McCollum outside. Over Morris. Second chance effort. Hollis-Jefferson passes to Kanter. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to McCollum. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Rivers. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. On defense, the Trailblazers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Murray against Lillard. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Lillard, the pass to Giant. Shot from the top of the key. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Murray dishes the ball. Barton outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And the size Ball has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Lillard finds Jones. Back to Lillard. Goes up to the stripe. And that one hits back iron.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
That one drops for him.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Here's Nurkic. Michael Porter making his last shot. Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Out left of the wing. Here's Lillard. That's good from 17 feet away. Lillard's got 8.
Well, he can create his own shot. He can spot up off the ball. Lillard can torch your defense any which way.
And stolen by Lillard. Launches a 3. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Rivers with it. Hollis Jefferson's there. 1:03 left in the first half. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Paul Millsap.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Denver grabs the miss. 8 feet away, and it's good off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Hollis Jefferson kicks to McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. No good on the shot. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Rivers, and then Rivers with the dunk.
On the attack, 6'4", good verts. Rivers can produce at the rim.
Now McCollum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now.
And the first half is now in the books.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a solid 8-point lead.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. The Nuggets leading by 8. Ole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. Great D that time from Nurkic. And now Portland on the break. And that one's good. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
Top-notch ball handling skills. That's just one of the things separating Lillard from most other point guards.
Here's Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Nurkic can't hit. The Nuggets leading by 8. Barton outside. Ball dishes to Barton. Misses the 3.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
3-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Barton from down in the low post. It goes. Barton's got the lead up to 10 now for Denver. Portland's getting blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And an intentional foul right there. So it's both teams making substitutions here. McCollum passes to Cantor. McCollum against Morris. McCollum kicks to Little. It's stolen by Morris. Rivers with it. Hollis Jefferson's there. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Morris.
Well, the problem defensively after Rivers gets a step is nobody sliding over in time to slow him down.
Now, here's Cantor. It's McCollum on the wing. Fires for three. Tries again. Cantor, the pass to Collins. The three from McCollum. Little kicks to McCollum. 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Cantor. That misses off the backboard. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. The Nuggets leading by 12. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Out to Morris. Collins with it. No points in the game yet for him. McCollum dishes to Little. Kicks it out to McCollum. Hits it from three-point range.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from three.
And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. McGee finds Morris. Back to McGee. Kicks it out to Gordon. Over Little. And it's Gordon missing. Trailblazers trail by 9. Stolen by McGee. Gordon inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got his first 2 points.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 5. There's Hollis Jefferson. Second shot opportunity. And McCollum with the layup. McCollum's got 7.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis. And that was some serious effort there.
Collins against Millsap. Right at the free throw line. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Hollis Jefferson passes to McCollum. Wants to get it to Hollis Jefferson, and does. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Rivers kicks to Morris. Back to Rivers. Pass to Millsap. Gordon up on top. And Millsap slams it in.
Just competing right now. Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nuggets ahead. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Giles. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the shooting guard position. Nurkic in the post. He's against Jokic. Lillard outside. Here's Covington. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Porter, and the shot goes in. Porter's got the lead up to 13 now for Denver.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Outside, Jones. There's the pass to Lillard. Floats one, and he lays it up and in.
Love that Damian Lillard is developing that little floater in the lane. Smart to recognize the defense collapsing.
Murray dishes the ball. The drive by Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Now, Nurkic. The 11-footer off the left rim and out. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Pass to Powell. Lillard looking around. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
That's an attack mindset from Lillard. We know he loves the three, but fully confident getting inside and has the ability to score there.
Campazzo. It's tipped. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And it's Jokic in the corner. And the shot goes in.
Nice looking mid-ranger there from Jokic. Money in the bank from that spot.
A minute 50 left here in the fourth quarter. Powell kicks to Lillard. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. Covington with the steal. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
To the inside. Powell with the steal. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And then Lillard slams it in.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Green in the post. Shot from 12. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Green.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nuggets.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Jokic throws it down.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Campazzo. The second effort, Jokic, and they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Lillard from deep three-point land, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages.
Certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Giles in at the 4. Now here's Lillard. From the top of the key, he buries it. Lillard's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Trailblazers. Outside, George, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
As to Pop. Back to Lillard. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. We played just over a minute here in the first. Covington wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple.
And stays ready and reacts quickly. Covington is an ideal catch-and-shoot scoring option.
George finds Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Powell kicks to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. They get it again. Over to the wing. Goes up with it again. Tries it again. Kicks it out to Covington. Lets it go from the wing. The Clippers grab the miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Lillard misses.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Giles the pass to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got his second basket of the game.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Robert Covington picks one up.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter. Someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the second free throw, good. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Simons. Second chance shot. Back to Cantor. The pass to Simons. Clock at 6. Outside, Jones. Another shot. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Beverly. Morris finds Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. And Jones has it in the corner. Here's Cantor. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
And it's Beverly missing. Trailblazers leading by 8. It's stolen by Morris. Up the floor. Platoon passes to Mann. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
It's his first trip to the line. And the Clippers making a change here. Hondo's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And Portland has possession. McCollum outside. 27 seconds left in the first. Anthony kicks to Jones. Cantor trying to free himself up. And staying with the play, Anthony.
Well, this one largely the result of offensive rebounding.
Rondo dishes to Morris. Just 3 on the clock, and it's good on the way in.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able.
He made it! He made it!
Yes, he did!
Yeah. And so it's Portland in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Giles. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Back to Morris. The 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Powell with it. Guarded now by Morris. Powell kicks to Lillard. Powell against Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Powell. And again, it's Portland converting.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Batum. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting well, 50% from the floor. Pass to Giles. Here is Lillard. Wide open. And again, it's Portland converting. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Clippers also making some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The shot by Anthony, no good. Clippers trail by 13. Here's Jackson, and the layup falls.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Outside, Jones. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. The lead now cut to single digits.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
McCollum outside. Passes to Carmelo. Kennard against McCollum. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Portland needs to get off a shot. Great D that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 9.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Cullen passes to Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
41 seconds left here in the second. Kennard for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Simons. Now here's Cantor. And a wide open look for McCollum. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm. And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Jackson from long range. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq. And that'll do it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now Powell. Back to Lillard. Over Beverley. Lillard misses.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
George dishes to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Powell finds Lillard. Outside Covington. Lillard surveying the D. Banked in off the glass. He's got 8.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Beverley with the ball. Outside Leonard over Giles. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Lillard the pass to Powell. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd. There's the feed to Nurkic. And here's Covington from the arc. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Powell kicks to Lillard. A second chance effort. Here's Nurkic. Got a hand on it.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverley is a great shot blocker. The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Lillard. Great D that time from Leonard.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Morris kicks to George. It's deflected. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with no one around. Portland no good that time either.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Leonard.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Powell finds Lillard. From deep three-point range, and it's Lillard again missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Powell against George. Outside Covington. Lillard right side. He feeds it to Nurkic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Cantor's checked in. And here's McCollum for three. That one, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. The pass to Ibaka. Lays it up off the glass. Ibaka's got his first points in this one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Cantor with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Portland moving the ball around. Goes up the baseline. Anthony. Pass to Simons. C.J. McCollum. And that's good.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. C.J. can shoot the lights out from any position.
Jackson passes to Mann. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by McCollum. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Kennard.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. McCollum outside. Tries again. To the middle. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. There's Jackson with the 3. Off target. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. The defense. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Powell, Robert Covington out there with Anthony, then it's Collins, and it's Simons in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard outside. Second chance shot. Powell kicks to Giles. Lillard from outside sinks the three-pointer.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Powell. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Lillard against Beverly. Passes it to Nurkic. Beverly against Lillard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
A nice shot by George.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Feeds it to Lillard. Baseline J on the way. And Portland again with the bucket.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Here's George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Trailblazers leading by 8. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Powell dishes to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
That one good for 2.
Patrick Beverly likes to play aggressive, plays at a high pace, nice finish off contact.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Here's Giles. Launches it. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Stolen by McCollum. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And the basket is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skill is probably better utilized inside.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And it's Lillard missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Lillard outside. Giles kicks to Covington. Trailblazers keep it alive.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Damian Lillard.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Here's Beverly. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Lillard. It doesn't go for him. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 10. Leonard, no luck.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Nailed from three-point land.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll